Hello, hello, and I'm back. So, I have a question for people who own the Microsoft X um, or the Microsoft One X, and people who are planning on purchasing the Microsoft Series X or S. My question is um, I imagine you're getting the Game Pass, and if you are, which version of the Game Pass you're going to be getting, number one. Uh, Number two, um, are you going to be buying games in addition to the Game Pass or strictly just using the Game Pass? That's my second question. Third question is, and this may not apply to everyone for the third question. The third question is, if you are of the mindset or belief, um, in case like you're a Microsoft Xbox fanboy, I've heard a few of them say that, oh, ha ha, look at the Sony PlayStation people. They have games coming out on their new system that are also available on their old system, so they're not even really next gen games. Case of the Spider Man Miles Morales game and also Horizon Zero Dawn, which actually comes out next year. Um, if that's your belief, what are your thoughts about the mini games that are coming out um, for the Xbox Series X for the next 2 years? Yeah, for the next 2 years at least, that will all be Xbox One games. Um, as well as the fact that the Xbox Series S, every new console game that comes out for the Series X is also coming out for the Series S. The Series S, it does not have the same specs as the Series X. And I've looked at it spec for spec. Those specs are well below the PlayStation 5 for the Series S. So, with that being said, how can a game be developed for the Series X and really take advantage and maximize everything that can be done on that console and still be available? I mean, not so much available, but play on the Series S, because it's just not, it's not the same. Um, Whereas on the other side, both the discless and the digital and the disc version of the PS5, the specs are exactly the same. So after we're done with the first 2 years and we start getting into the third year and fourth year where we see developers releasing games that have been optimized completely for the next gen console, um, do you do you feel like there's going to be any holdback for your Series X because of the Series S? And if not, um, will that same uh, will that same thing apply for PlayStation? Because outside of a few games that were already slated for release, Miles Morales and Horizon Zero Dawn, all their other games will be optimized for the PlayStation 5. And and I mean that's the case for both consoles. Like most of the optimized games to take advantage of the hardware, we won't see for until like almost year three and year four. So um, so yeah, those are my questions. I did them off the top of my head, so I don't know if I could even repeat them. But yeah, I just want to try to get an idea. You know, if you're using the Game Pass, are you only using the Game Pass? Are you still buying games? Which Game Pass package are you getting? Um, do you feel like the Xbox Series S will hold back what you can eventually see on the Series X? I heard someone try to say that because one component was going to be the same, that they were basically the same, and I kind of disagree based on just looking at the specs and also listening to other people talk about it. There's a reason for the huge price drop, so they're definitely not the same system. Um, but but anyway, share your thoughts, your opinions. as far as that goes. Because again, I'm open and curious. I'm just trying to see uh, what's being said, and also I'll say this. Um, I've been looking at what's coming out for the Xbox Series X, and for me and you know a few people that I'm talking to, the type of games that are coming out on the Series X are just not games that appeal to us, as far as the dark first person shooter, kind of the types of similar horror type games, but basically all first person shooters. But I was looking through on the Game Pass as far as what games are available and offered, and it again, it goes back to their whole library for the most part. And so I remembered when I had an Xbox 360 Elite, which actually I still have over there somewhere. But um, I remember, and of course at the same time I had the PS3, but I remember just going through the options that were available in their online system and catalog, and I could easily understand if you are an Xbox game player and that's where you play your games, you can be content with what they offer. Um, you know, there are other options and other games that you don't normally see or think about, that you might want to play or try out. Um, if it fits, what you're looking for, or giving you something different to play. What I also realized though is that that's the same on the on the other side. If you have a Sony PlayStation, you're gonna definitely have some games that you enjoy, and then when you go online and see what they have available, um, you're gonna see some things that might pique your interest and say, oh, I haven't checked that out, and you might try it when there's a sale or discount on online, and then of course, for the time being, while we still have a few brick and mortar stores, sometimes we go in there and see what's available and what kind of sales, or maybe we're watching videos on YouTube and see, find out about a game that we haven't played, and then we, find out that way. So again, just thinking and saying that I think both consoles will have games that people are going to enjoy, and it's going to be interesting once we get past the first 2 years. But again, share your thoughts for Microsoft Xbox gamers. What games are you most excited about? Um, uh, yeah, what games are you most excited about?